Buttons depressed.
Crap, I forgot to load slobs.
Make it quick.
It's loading. It's launched.
Quiet on the set. Zoom Room video sponsored by the BMC.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. Coming to you live from Deltona, Florida, with two idiots misinterpreting the news so you don't have to. Lunch with Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Les.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret some news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours. Because there's a lot of questionable life choices that we've made.
Yeah, well, it's been doing us all right. 6+ years, almost 7 years worth of shows.
Man.
I mean, geez, who'd have thunk, brother? Who'd have thunk? But welcome to today's show. February 26th, 2021. It is Friday, Fruck Awesome Friday, right here live on NBNN. And of course, here we are, 2021. And, a couple months already gone.
Yep.
But we've got news, we've got updates, we've got some bidding war going on. All sorts of stuff. So where are we gonna go start today, Jack?
The Tweeterverse, man.
The Tweeterverse?
Yeah, because Chris tweeted out 3 times yesterday that Patch Day became Patches Day because 22 hours ago, a new patch was a few hours out. In addition to some fixes, it will also temporarily roll back the Bard instrument requirement change until a better implementation can be finished.
Oh. So this basically means what? That the Bard doesn't have to equip an instrument? Is that what I'm guessing here?
Something like that. I mean, the Bard changes were QA'd so well that were they ever on QA?
I don't think so. I just don't think so.
Yeah,
Afternoon, fucker.
So we do have some problems there, and I am so awesome that I've got 2 different sets of earbuds.
You got what? One phone in one ear, and another phone in the show in another ear. Is that what you're doing today?
Well, I could do it on. Yeah, I'm aware my hat is on backwards. Okay, there you go. But then you get to look at the pens. It does have a penis on there. If you would ever and an asshole.
Not 2 assholes anymore.
Well, it all depends on what someone actually puts on things, but yeah. But yeah, yeah. So, I mean, QA is there for a reason, right?
That's my understanding. And again, I personally think that you should have to be playing the instrument, just not having the instrument equipped. I think
Well,
that
one of the changes that Chris talked about somewhere was that there was a method for equipping an instrument while you're in combat to slash play while you're in combat, and that's
well,
what the instrument out was.
I would assume that when you wanted to use bard skills and you cast a bard skill, it would pull the instrument out automatically when you clicked on the skill and
Yeah.
use said instrument. So I mean,
yeah. So what you have to do is slash play while you're in combat, and then realize that that takes you out of combat. So
yeah. So
but
equipping said instrument just doesn't work because it doesn't work.
It takes you out of combat. Yeah. Then after that, yeah.
Sean Butts, I like that. I think Flaming Bagpipe should give bard bonuses while you play it. I would like to see things. Don't we have like a Flaming Bagpipe and an Icy Bagpipe as well?
Yes.
I think if you're using a Flaming Bagpipe, anything with fire should get a boost. If you're using, an Icy Bagpipe, you should get something to water. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, but yes, if the bard is just going to sing, then using voice, that's okay. But if you're gonna force the instrument, then the instrument should be equipped upon clicking said song on your hotbar. That would be my 2 cents.
Yeah. But 19 hours ago, new patch was out. So release day followed by immediately by a patch with a lot of patch notes. And then 5 hours ago, patch number
yet another patch
is underway, and just a handful of small fixes and the release rewards. And it should be done by lunchtime.
Should be. Don't know if it was.
Not yet. But if we go over to those patch notes,
jumping over to
1352. And work message. Oh, you got the patch notes up already?
I do.
Okay. Penalties for using bard songs without an instrument temporarily suspended until more polish can be done on the system.
Now, Mom says that she can play her cowbell using sheet music while in combat. Well, interesting. Interesting.
I can test that right now because I do have some sheet music on me. So I'm in combat. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to double click on stuff. I'm going to then turn around, and then I watch my combat bar disappear.
Cowbell. Specifically cowbell.
Yeah, I don't own a cowbell.
Yeah, okay. But Sean, I also like that idea. Absolutely. Is the voice alone should be less powerful than using an instrument. So you should have the option to either use or not use. And if you equip the instrument, you get full power. If you don't, then maybe you get 75% power just by using voice alone. I don't know. Just tossing that out there. Those are arbitrary numbers, of course, but I agree.
It would be great if there was design and tests. That way we can actually see how it's going to impact the system. And it's kind of like magic should be better. Casting spells should be better if you had like a wizard staff or
wand. See, now I find that a little bit different because in most genres, in most games, in most magical realms, a wizard's staff is usually enchanted on itself and has its own power.
Well,
I don't believe a staff has ever been insinuated as giving more power to other spells. The staff itself was the power. So, I mean, that's questionable. I would like staffs to go back to doing what they did pre-release. That your staff could actually shoot a fireball off the staff. You could actually send the spell off the staff. I think everybody really enjoyed that, but the decision was made way back in the day to not allow that anymore.
Yeah. Hey, but you also have to decide what your actual magic system is and how it works.
Well, again, there's a lot of variables, and we know how variables work around here.
I don't know if you even remember this, but every time you cast a spell, it has a somatic, which means words.
Words of power, yes.
Yeah. And as well as that reagent use.
Technically, you should be able to type in the words of power and cast said spell as well, if you want to just vocalize, but I don't think that ever got put in. Does anybody know if that actually ever got put in, that you could actually type in the words of power?
Yeah, I don't think so. We I mean, it's like I don't even know what the words of power for anything are, because I always hide that stuff.
Yeah, usually I do, but recently I've been doing some stuff with some other characters, and still a problem. I think I'm going to have to report this. When you log in on a different character and then come back to your main character, things that were turned off. Reset? Yeah, everything gets freaking reset. So tooltips come on. I was actually doing something. What was I doing? I was doing something on a character. Oh, yeah. I had a character who couldn't trade anything because of the level 15 restriction. I don't know what that's got to do with things. I mean, if I've got, if I'm a character, I should be able to talk to other characters, interact with other characters, trade with other characters, irregardless of, what my level is. So I was out getting my character level 15 so I could, do some stuff property-wise. And found that when I logged back into my main character, it was doing funky stuff that was still attached to the other character. So it was basically still carrying over as if I had the powers of the level 15 character, even though I wasn't on that character. Yeah, I know it's been doing that forever. And again, that's one of those really, one of those things that really needs a hard look and should be looked at. How that all gets handled.
Hey, I just hate the way that different characters share all the same things, including the XP pool.
We were against that. I believe we're still against that idea, but shit happens, and that's the way it is. I mean, it's like, I didn't like the idea back in the day that I got 3 characters on my account. They all have the same guild affiliation. They all have the same. Well, no, I want a good character and I want a bad character. I want an evil character and I want a good, I want a bad, I want a neutral. But
exactly.
But that's not how it works here in this world. So anyway, back to the patch notes.
Okay, so
giveaways now open.
Oh, mine's been open, man, today.
Just
I think, yeah. Spawn is in it.
Was it still open from yesterday?
No, it was refreshed, but I had to make sure the bots and account were connected to slobs. Yeah, that was completely unnecessary there, Scroda. The Halberd of Soul, Mace of Unsummoning, Wand of Air, Staff of Death, Thunder Branch, Zinbo, and other epic level items should now properly masterwork and enchant.
And enchantable.
Yeah, I know. And enchantable, because that makes so much sense.
Should now properly masterwork and enchantable. How about should now be masterworkable and enchantable? Not properly yet, but anyway. Verbiage.
now properly masterwork and enchant.
Whatever it was, yes.
Splintering strike damage increased and now properly uses weapon bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Upping lasting durations of song effects. Shroud math. Followed by more Shroud math with the fixing a math error in the Psalm of Stagnation for dexterity penalty. And part of the emergency change was the pot jagged hole. They changed the biome and upgraded it to a municipality and added pet food recipes to the recipe book. Ooh, now you can do pet recipes. Now, can we sort or search the recipe book yet?
Yeah, that's the other big one. Put the recipe book in an order that makes sense. Not just how you add them, just jumbled up.
Search something.
Yeah, search would be nice. We've been asking for that a long time. But how are people able to do recipes without them being in the recipe book beforehand? Anybody? I don't mess with pet food because listen, I got 2 foods I eat and that's it, and I make them and I'm done with it, and I ain't getting into all this 1 point, 2 point, 3 point BS. Yeah, don't need it. Really don't need it. That's just me. That's just me personally.
The Well of Elder, they added piles of scales and refuse on the Wyvern pattern as additional but alternate means to collect Wyvern loot instead of skinning.
What?
The piles restock in later waves of the Wyvern battle and provide the same loot as Wyverns.
Added piles of scales and refuse.
Essentially, it's a container, and they're regenerating the loot for that container.
Yeah, but the piles restock in later waves of the battle and provide the same loot as Wyverns, which sort of indicates to me that you could stealth in and just grab loot. Am I reading that right?
Hey, ninja loot the scales and stuff and refuse.
Yeah, exactly, Tina. I'm really confused. I guess I'm gonna have to go out and look at this just for giggles and grins.
What? But why? What? But why? Yeah, but why? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
apparently these piles of scales and refuse, again, in the words here, provide the same loot as Wyverns. So you can go right to the pile and loot it.
And Mom's like, well, I think it's a stopgap because people want loot from skinning to be rolled for. Necronuts, well, if stealth worked, or Tina's like, if stealth worked, well, stealth still doesn't quite work, so you can't stealth in anywhere and grab anything. And timers for skinning and being interrupted for skinning causes waves of mobs. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, so what? Yeah, see, again, I don't get it. So they're saying that because it takes time to skin, you potentially have the chance to die getting your loot. Well, that's the, cause and effect of trying to go get loot from fucking Wyverns, okay? Hello.
Hey, yeah.
If you want to go into the Wyvern's den and try and get its loot, well, you need to kill everything. You can't just sit there in the mid-battle and try and skin one while others are attacking you. Or,
Well, I do. I know you do.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's us. That's a different story.
That's because the only game we play while hunting together is
Screw your neighbor. That's right.
Let him die while you're getting loot.
I'll sacrifice Jack so I can get the loot, and he'll sacrifice me so he can get the loot every single time. That's right. Yeah. Try that when you're out hunting. Try playing around a screw your neighbor hunting with a buddy. It's fun.
Yep. And then, like, if that person gets interrupted, make sure and gather that resource
Yes.
Hence
Absolutely.
the screw your neighbor. But yes. Yeah, so I mean that's the patch notes. We know that Chris has made that post that another patch is incoming very, very soon.
Yes, and according to who was that? Sean Butts says it's actually on the torrent server. The torrents are out there already, just so it should be any time now. And so if some of you guys have a new update, you might not be able to see us if you want to try and come on in, because I believe we're on 52 still. Let's go look at that real quick.
Let's see. Multiplayer.
Yeah, 1352.
That's correct. But yeah, lots of things going on here. I'm just gonna like hide my interface. Screw this. Unfortunately, that makes, if we play marbles, that makes getting into my backpack a little bit more difficult. Because
a little bit.
I hit everything. I hate the user interface.
No plays yet, Asorian. No plays yet.
No plays.
Gotta make that little bar there move a little bit.
Oh yeah, just a little bit. 500 bits, donation, subscription with your Amazon.
That's
Amazon Prime free subscription.
Just remember, if you got Prime, you get a free sub every month, and we'd appreciate it if you use them on our streams.
Right? Oh, absolutely. And remember, Twitch is owned by Amazon, so
did you hear what happened yesterday? Is Twitch users revolt
with Amazon or Twitch streaming Amazon commercials that were anti-union?
Anti-union, absolutely. Is yes. Oopsie. And some Twitch users really gave them a mouthful or an earful or whatever you want to call it. And of course, Twitch profusely apologizing, even though Amazon is the parent company.
Yeah.
That no political advertisements should ever appear on Twitch, nor should anything like that, especially when it's Amazon related.
Well, I mean, that's one where it's like, what do you define as political?
Anything that comes out of anybody's mouth these days, because PC fucking world we live in, bullshit.
So, well, whenever you say that, like, PC culture, what you're referring to is,
listen, when you start fucking flagging Sesame Street for content that is, not good, we have a fucking problem in this fucking country, okay? Sesame fucking Street. Hello, been around longer than all you motherfuckers out there who are making these laws, but yeah, y'all gonna fucking flag it. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry, had to be said.
But I will say that whenever someone's lambasting PC culture, it's one because someone's getting called out for their racist, xenophobic, or whatever speech.
Fuck that noise. I hate everybody equally.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it's just gotten fucking stupidly crazy. I'm sorry, and yes, with the F-bombs, but Brooklyn coming at me on that. I mean, that really just ticked me off to see flagging the Swedish chef.
Today's the day that Laz actually used the F word more than I did.
Yeah, Aunt Jemima gone because you guys are fucking assholes. You can't fucking deal with the fact that, this is our culture. This is how it was. Many of those people who are complaining about it were probably raised by black fucking nannies to begin with, but they don't want to admit it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Laz, you're just digging yourself a massive hole right now.
Oh, no, yeah.
I would stop because...
what's next? Cracker Barrel? You got to get rid of Cracker Barrel because you call it a fucking cracker? I mean, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just going too far.
That's a completely different reason.
No, it's no different. No different. Yeah. No difference.
Yes. Just stop. And I don't know why voice mod just decided to activate. You saw my hands were not touching voice mod at all.
What do you mean activate?
it just started doing the voice changer stuff and background effects on my speakers for the Hear Myself.
Oh, so that coming over here. We didn't hear it.
Yeah, well, that's because I had it all turned off and it just randomly activated without any input from me.
Yeah, that's right, Sean. I'll never catch you. He's the F-bomb king. That's why we call him that fucker Sean.
Yeah.
He's earned that name. Anyway, yeah, we're not here to talk about cancel culture and being politically correct because you all know that we are not politically correct and we don't give a crap. That's right. And
assholes.
Necronaut says businesses should be able to advertise in any way they choose. Absolutely. But again, the conundrum there is that Amazon is the parent company advertising, fighting against unionizing, which is everybody's right in this country to do. So if unions want to do that, and I don't know whether it was Amazon's anti-union commercial or somebody else made it against that because
Amazon paid someone to make it and then air it. But it's just one where it's really funny, like the anti-union stuff that's always going around, because you have to remember unions are there to protect employees. So yeah. And I live in a very anti-union state, and so does Lass.
Yes, I live in a right to work state. Is Texas right to work also?
Oh yeah. Yeah. They don't give a flying fuck about unions.
Now,
unions have zero power in Texas, unfortunately.
Another thing I saw just real quick on, slightly on that topic is somebody posted a picture on social media of $7.35. Hey, 350 bits from Bodacious. Thank you, Bodacious. And says, imagine if you made this an hour. And I just thought to myself, well, imagine if you took that job, because again, you don't have to take the job that pays that amount. You can go look for another job that pays more, or you can, educate yourself or find a job that you can get, but if you accepted the job, you can't complain that you accepted the job for whatever the compensation is hourly. I'm sorry. There's just no argument there. Now, do I believe that the minimum wage should be going up? Abso-freaking-lutely. I believe everybody deserves a raise. Minimum wage hasn't gone up in a long time. But again, just posting the fact, imagine earning this an hour. Well, imagine accepting that job. Hello. Well, then you accepted that. That was okay with you.
If it was 1950, I'd be happy to make $7.50 an hour.
Hell yeah.
If I was a teenager in 1980, I would love to make $7.50 an hour. If I was a teenager in 1990,
you still wouldn't mind. You still wouldn't mind making $7.50
would not mind $7.50 an hour. If I was anybody in the 2020s making $7.50 an hour, I'd be crying.
Yeah.
Even if I was making only $15 an hour, that's still not a livable wage.
That depends on where you live.
Well, I mean, yeah, it definitely does depend on where you live.
Living down here in Florida, living where you are in Texas, we have no taxes. We have we have low state income taxes, low taxes on products you purchase, no state income taxes.
I disagree with that. There's still a ton of taxes. They've just hid them in different locations. Like if you're a property owner in Texas, you can look forward to that 10% increase on your property taxes every single year. If you are looking for like if you look at like the average cost of rent or the home price, you end up with all kinds of different things. Like I actually got an email from a realtor that I've done business with just earlier today. Hold on, let me look at this email. Where is it? Come on, Eric, where are you at? The average sold price in the Austin area has increased this quarter 24% to $452,000 for the average sold price for home prices. So it's now the average price of a home in the Austin area is $452,000.
But that's Austin. Okay. Austin is the biggest booming property area in the United States right now, at least one of several. My town happens to be one of those places that is one of the biggest booming also right now. But that may not be the same at, in Austin as it is in, say, Waco or Plano or BFE, Texas, someplace a little further out of the city areas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but whenever you start living out in that BFE,
you get the agricultural exemption. You put a couple horses on it.
No, that's only if you own a lot of land. But then it's like you look at resources. What is your access to healthcare? What is your access to anything going to really be like? So you end up with a lot of give and take in those relationships. Anyway. The cost of homes in Austin is only going to skyrocket because
gonna burst soon. But that's another story.
Cyber trucks are about to start being built in Austin area.
That's right.
Tesla's opening up that factory right outside of Austin.
Elon's stuck at the California and says, "I ain't paying your damn taxes no more. Get the fuck out of here. I'm out of here."
No, he just opened up another shop. That's all it is. He didn't move.
Trust me, he'll be closing that plant in the future in California. Trust me. The amount of money he's losing, he's losing. I shouldn't say losing.
So that comment in the future. How long are you talking about? 1 year, 2 years, 5 years?
Depends, But
it's not gonna close in a year or 2 years.
Look at that plant in Austin that started out as a freaking tent and see what it looks like a year later now. Yeah, okay. It was a tent a year ago. Look at what it looks like now. You got to build the groundwork before you can just throw away the other one. You know what I'm saying?
I love how we're talking about all this Shroud stuff.
Oh yeah, it's great Shroud news, right? All right, back to Shroud news. Let's get out of here.
Okay, so let's go talk about that release cycle and
Avatar's update number 422 that we never touched yesterday.
Well, was that on Avatar's update?
Oh yeah, it's all in there.
Yes, it was. Okay, so going to the Avatar's update 422. We've got the crafting of Nubert. Take heed, significant changes to crafting have occurred, which will change the frequency of exceptional and critical results. Okay. Some of the upcoming changes to salvage are also explained below. Crafting success chance maximum has increased from 95% to 100%.
There you go, Jack. There's your percentage. That little bitty bit you've been complaining about for years.
No. What? So do I need 200 skill in order to get to 100%? Or is really the maximum crafting percentage? Wait, I can actually look at this real quick in game, and so can you. So let's go look at the game. Let's go look at, just bring up our recipes. We actually have to run to a recipe table. And let's go see, what does it take to craft wood pulp? What percentage
of success do you have?
Yeah, so let's go. Come on. Oh, wait, I need to hit F9. Let's see. Scroll. So click on a scroll. Come on. And I don't have the reagents to craft a fucking scroll, and so it won't give me the percentage that I need.
Oh, you need to have all that? Yeah, I don't have them all on me either. I thought you would just be there when you clicked on the recipe.
Yeah, so let's see. Do I have anything on any table?
I can easily grab Yeah, hold on. Let me just grab some reagents here and stuff. Grab some wood pulp. And I don't even have any black pearl, so I can't even do that. So never mind. I got to go buy black pearls.
Hold on. Mandrake. Whoops. What else do I need? Wood pulp. Okay, I've got some stuff. As I grab 25,000 wood pulp.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just grabbed stacks.
Okay, so if I look at my chance to come on. Okay, so it now says that I have a 100% chance to craft a recall scroll. Whew.
That means no more failures at our GM, right? Because there's we'll get to that. We haven't got to that. So let's get back to that.
It's not even just GM, because you have to remember what's your alchemy at?
Wait until you get a little further down, and then you'll understand.
Okay. Exceptional critical chance has increased from 33% to 50%. Okay. Grandmasters now receive a bonus to stuff, to exceptional critical chance. This means having skills above 100 will continue to add to exceptional critical chances up to the new maximum of 50%, even when your basic success chance has already maxed at 100%.
So being at GM will give you an additional bonus for chance of exceptional and crit as well. Yeah. So yeah, and I'm gonna expect Shroud Math to dink with all that other stuff. That's why I said wait till you get here. So
Shroud Math is going to completely screw this up.
Yeah.
Was any of this put on QA for testing? Any kind of extensive testing?
I don't use QA anymore because there's nothing ever to go. If you want to go and look, let me go pull. Let me go pull this up.
Saying, hey, here's a bunch of changes we're going to be doing to craft.
Let me pull this up. Hold on, I gotta do a search for it. Where's my search box? QA. QA and subject. What's going on with QA? Let's go ahead and jump to this topic real quick, and I'll drop it in here for you.
Well,
because this is one I believe I had loaded up, but we just never got to.
I don't think I have that one loaded up. I still have the what is a tier 3 or tier 5 resource.
But there's been a couple of them that
like what's going on with QA?
Yeah.
It hasn't received an update, and that was posted on and I don't even know how long. No bug fixes, no new features, no new items. It still even has bugs from before the last release. Small team, small priorities. Given the issues in Austin's, I'm not complaining too loudly. I think Chris, and there was a QA building last night for potential release today.
Yes, and that was just a couple days ago, but the original post was back on the 15th. We really never got around to it, but Bergen just wanted to know. And then there was another one out there that basically said, testing directives. The last testing directives were 6 months ago on the QA. Here's what to test. There are no more directives as to this is what you testing, this is what you isn't testing. What does that mean? Absolutely, what Tina. What does that mean? What is that?
Okay. Let's see. Then we also have
one
decimal point of precision is now displayed for each percentage.
Shroud math. More shroud math.
Shroud math. Well, it's just displayed.
Yes.
So you actually have a 99.7% to do something. A variety of engraving kits have received stat improvements, which will provide increased success chances to some crafting skills such as agriculture, alchemy, butchery, cooking, smelting, tanning, textiles, and fishing.
So how about we just say engraving kits have stat improvements for their respective fucking
resource gathering. Background work for improving salvage. So remember, this is the thing. The release notes. Background work for improving salvage has begun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Although these changes are not yet ready for player consumption, players can expect greatly improved component drop rates from salvage in the future, though the gold values of components received from salvage will be reduced proportionally. Where's the gold sinks in the game? But once this work is completed, more details will be revealed. These changes will enable subsequent development work, such as increasing the number of items that can be salvaged and improving what components are obtained when artifacts are salvaged. The aforementioned salvage changes will tentatively be applied throughout release 88 and 89. Followed by
what is the phrase that pays today?
Yeah.
I love this shit.
And then let's go to the weekly update and release cycle changes. Because throughout the year, Shroud of the Avatar has maintained an incredibly ambitious weekly update and monthly release schedule. Now, with release 87 behind us, all of which were published on time, the development team has decided to greatly change how we provide game update information to players in an effort to free up more developer time for tasks which improve the game itself.
Now, I'm going to stop you right here, because in the past would make it sound like maybe in the last several months or so, but this has been well over a year since this change has taken place. So I don't buy the explanation. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Because you've been able to maintain this for well over a year since the team got shortened. So unless you're telling us that you fired some more people and the team is even smaller, if that's what this is, then I will understand. But you've been doing it for well over a year since that team became small. So, and again, a year, not a couple months, over a year.
That's closer to 2 years.
But I'm saying over a year at least. It's closer to 2. You're absolutely right, because most people don't know that the change that happened was only announced at the beginning of last year. It actually happened mid the year before, when all that actually technically took place. So it's been closer to 2. So yeah, I don't buy into the explanation given here.
Yeah. Where was I at? With this in mind, these are some changes. Some of the changes players can expect moving forward. Weekly updates will no longer happen weekly.
No more update of the Avatar.
Most, if not all, of the new game content advertised in these updates were previews of what was to arrive in the upcoming release, which would later be duplicated in the monthly release notes. Even though players can expect occasional singular articles to be published throughout the month. Well, isn't it normal for that teaser stuff to be like new things that were done, but we ran into a problem where
the idea behind that is to tease people for what's coming up in the next release to see. Because now, second off, I think you pointed out the most obvious fact just a few days back about our weekly releases. What are the weekly releases, Jack? What happens in the weekly release?
It was all the same thing. It's one paragraph was being changed.
One new edition, everything else the same. One new edition, everything else the same. One new. So I think again, I am just dumbfounded. I do not comprehend why this. And again, information is key to your players out there, people. Information is what keeps people coming back, because I come back to look for more information almost hourly. Okay. If you're not going to give us the information, then you know what? I don't have a reason to come back. That's the way I see it. If I'm not getting information, I have no reason to come back.
Okay. Where was I at? Even though players can expect to see occasional singular articles to be published throughout the month as need arises.
We'll get to that, by the way, Tina. Hang on a second.
Larger amounts of developer larger amounts of developer time will become available for higher priority tasks that impact actual gameplay, since we are not spending time providing duplicated information.
Now, just out of curiosity, we got Elgarian, and Elgarian is the community manager, right? Community manager's job is to
provide the community with updates and
okay, so we have somebody who actually holds a position that does this job. Am I wrong here? I mean, I'm just checking.
You're right, but remember that Elgarian also started taking on some other additional.
I understand that, but that is not my problem. Okay.
Yeah, that's not our problem at all. But, and then like the bug brigade was also offloaded to community volunteers. I'm also going to stop there and say that Elgarian, what's the word I want? Clerical duties have been taken over by somebody else who is hired to take over those duties because he's got new duties. So again, I don't see. Okay, so if somebody else has taken over the customer service and the emails and this, then maybe that person should take over that. I mean, just saying. I mean, I'm just putting it out there, because again, I don't get this. It goes to more of just Chris doesn't want to give us the information as it comes out. That's the way I see it. But we're not there yet, so let's not just go there. Continue on, because we had that topic yesterday that, of course, got erased, which said exactly what Tina was basically saying, which is we've got a internal spreadsheet or an internal document that we're going to make public, but that got deleted as quick as it got posted. So we don't know. Where is that one? Where is it?
Yeah, I already erased it.
Content fixes and improvements. I still have it. Avatars in the coming week will be sharing a routinely maintained spreadsheet which features detailed information about change submissions to the game. This effort will greatly complement patch notes, but will also serve to reveal our stand-ups type notes provided to players some time ago. The update to the spreadsheet will occur almost daily and will feature information about almost all change submittals to the game. More to come. Delete.
So, there you go, Tina. That's we saw this. It got posted, and then somebody had a change of heart, or we're not ready for that, so don't announce it. We don't know why that was posted and deleted, but it was. And again, simple stand-up, simple copy and paste out of Jira's. This is what I'm working on.
Remember, it's like when Chris said, so Chris would blame Rick for the stand-up. Star would occasionally post it. And then it became Chris saying, hey, I'm now in charge of the stand-up. I'll make sure it all gets done.
It's never going to be late.
Never been done.
2 weeks later, out the window. Yeah. Oh, how about that blog? Somebody, I believe it was Lum, started a blog, and then somebody else started a blog and said, well, we're going to continue to do this. Oh, because that's work, right? Okay, yeah.
Then patch notes. Oh, wait, sorry. Monthly releases. This is where I'm going to go fucking off. Our monthly release schedule will continue. However, we'll be alternating what is provided by using a TikTok concept. The upcoming release for release 88 will be a tick and primarily feature game polish fixes and improvements, while the following release will be a talk to add more features with more new game content. The polish month tick will feature highly abbreviated release notes, while the content month talk will feature more robust release notes similar to what has been provided up to this day.
Okay, so don't
Well,
have a problem with going to that release cycle, but isn't this a tick? So we're gonna go tick tock. Is that what's happening? Because this is a tick.
No. So we're on tick tick tick. Tick 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 tick. Talk. Tick 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 tick. Tick. Tick 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 tick. Talk.
A little tick and a big old talk.
Yeah.
Thank you, Necronut.
It is lots of little ticks, and this is one where it's like, okay, your premise for the release note is, okay, we're cleaning up one month, we're new stuff the next month, okay, but all of these minor patches that Chris keeps introducing, that means it should wait until that month. So we should not have hot fix.
Unless it's a game breaker.
Unless it's a game breaker. So you should have your monthly release, no patches until the next month, no patches until the next month, no patches until the next month, unless there's a game breaker.
Absolutely. Tina, I'm not arguing the fact of the TikTok. I'm all for a content release, a bug fix release. But to Jack's point, if you're going to do that, then I don't want to see. I'm going to do some changes to combat midstream after a release and a patch, I'm going to change some magic and a midstream. If you're going to do that, then stick to the one release a month, and that's it, unless it's a game breaker. And maybe, of course,
on QA, because go back to the patch note or the Tweeterverse, and you can see new patch.
Bingo! Give that man a cookie. Give that man a cookie.
The question is, will they actually follow it? The answer we have so far is
we will see.
Is actually no. Because
this has just been announced, so we can't unless you can predict the future, which we most likely can.
No. Wait, stop, Laz. The reason we can say no is because we've already got two additional ticks.
Well, I was saying as we were talking here, if you're going to do the monthly patch, I have no problem with, okay, this, that, the other thing need fine tuning over that first weekend. The release was yesterday, so I can understand a little fine tuning over this weekend. But next week, the week after, and the week after, I don't expect to see anything at that point. That's just, again. Yeah, right. As Azel says, they already broke it. Yeah.
This is also an awesome one. Patch notes. To help players visualize what has changed in the game, improvements have been made to our methods for providing updates to the patch notes page. Since our work submittals already feature an internal requirement to describe the submittal, an automated method has been devised to export this data into a document that we can routinely paste into the page. As we continue to enhance this process, expect the notes to improve as the developers become accustomed to formatting their submittal descriptions in a more visually appealing and informative fashion.
Yeah, you might as well just chuck that one out the window, because your developers are not going to get verbose on you and give you the descriptors and everything else that you as...
No. Just click on that link to go back to the patch notes.
Yeah, well, I understand that, which brings us to where we were earlier. And I don't know if you caught this when you were on the phone yesterday. Oh, they did fix it finally. But yesterday, Patch notes were still subsequent, where you could scroll down and catch last month's patch notes, and I still believe that they should have left it that way, the way it used to be before they stopped doing it and putting it, on a whole new page. That now I can't go see what release 86 patches were. So now I got to do a hunt for it because you guys decided to change it up and not allow us to scroll down.
Remember, that's why I tasked anybody in the community that's willing to step up and do it. Is go find a every single month they do that release, followed by how many additional patches are done each release. And so that way
you want to read Necronut's comment, because I probably won't read it as robust as you would.
Maybe we should do a ring ding dong, ring a ding 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 dong releases, in which each ring, ding, and dong represents a patch, a hotfix, and a release depending on how we need to apply it.
There you go. Love it, Necro. Love it.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, let's finish up this segment on patch notes. We'll pick up on Monday.
Yeah. So
time flies when you're having fun, folks.
Looking at today's patch notes, which should have been using the brand new system for the patch notes, did they follow the specified new proposed list, or did the build for yesterday include the new list or new feature for the patch notes? And the answer to that question is
nope. Ain't gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent.
Shit, man. Okay. Might as well do the community events because we're down to 4 minutes in the show.
Yeah, well, we got to do sponsors still, so I got to get those guys in because sponsors.
Okay. We'll finish up community events and stuff like that tomorrow.
There's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, that's Saturday. We'll never finish it again.
We'll pick up on Monday. But yes, of course, don't forget the Shroud of the Avatar community calendar is out on NBNN.info. Go check out the NBNN.info website. All sorts of great stuff out there. And of course, we got to thank you all for joining us right here on Lunch with Laz and Jack. Of course, if you're tuned in, we do appreciate it, because users like you, listeners, viewers, whatever you want to call yourselves, fans of the show, crazy people who got nothing better to do at their time, I don't know. But thank you all for your support over the years. We do appreciate it. And thank you very much. The Britannia Mining Company wants you to check out Black Rock Cove, located over in the Quell region, near the town of Exeter, and conveniently located next to those mines that you want to be near. Go check out Black Rock Cove today. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, bringing you the latest news and entertainment 24/7. Shroud music for ABC file needs. Cappius's wares for all your wood goods and needs outside of the game. If you've got more cash than time and you need to get some resources out of the game, go visit Cappius's wares. He's got everything else. But if you have a small tick and a big talk, yeah, visualize, people. So go check out Cappius's wares, one of 200 plus independently owned and operated shops on the marketplace. Torque.rocks. Go visit Torque.rocks. That'll bring you directly to his Twitch stream, and he'd appreciate it if you give him a follow. It'll make him very happy. And he's got all sorts of giveaways on his stream, gold kodos, stream keys, all sorts of fun stuff. So go visit our other sponsor, Torque, while he's streaming out there. And of course, last but definitely not least, my favorite sponsor, and of course, Jack's favorite place to go and sell his stuff, ShroudMarketplace.com, because Shroud Marketplace is the place to go to buy, sell anything, and we do mean anything Shroud of the Avatar related, as long as it's not a bannable offense. Everything from accounts, clothing, coinage, crafting goods, deco, housing, pets, rares, and services, all available on the marketplace. Got something to say? You got a minute and a half.
Okay. And go to shroudmarketplace.com, click on that register button, buy everything from all those over 200 different vendors registered. And if you want to sell your stuff, click on that vendor registration on the left-hand side. Anything and everything, as long as it's not a bannable offense, so you can get accounts, game gold, crowns of the obsidian, cheaper than you can get from pork nip, all the way to services. As long as it's not a bannable offense, you can buy it or sell it
There
at Shroud
ain't
Marketplace.
much that's a bannable offense.
Yeah. So, yeah, know what? Buy that leveling service.
1 billion adventure experience.
1 billion adventure experience. Yes.
For 100 million.
Yes, adventure experience. All, anything, and everything. ShroudMarketplace.com. But yeah, it's that time for us to do things and get out of here.
It is. And Bodacious with those 350 bits, our only donator today, also says she can support that crazy people who have nothing better to do with their time tag. She is one of those people who's crazy enough to tune in and has nothing better to do with her time tuning in and donating to NBNN. So we thank you very much, Bo. And of course, we thank you all for joining us each and every day right here on NBNN. It's folks like you who have kept us here, bringing you the latest news, information, shenanigans, hijinks, and more right here on Lunch with Laz and Jack. But till Monday, we're going to get out of here. I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy the new release. We'll see you all on Monday.
Bye-bye, everybody.